Yeah, like it was pretty cute. I spent an inordinate amount of time fitting those things into those squares. Let's see, where was I? Oh, there we go. I was trying to figure out where that other thing went. Hold on. There we go. Now we stick my ugly mug in there. All right, we're going to start from, I hate doing those silent key things. Tom was really a great guy and a great ham and a great friend. He's giving me advice early on. He was the one who told me we got on, when he first checked in, he didn't even check in. I just happened to be here, and he checked in. He said, we used to have a net on 146, what was it? Let's see, we're at 415. He was at 405. That's what he said. They had a long-standing net simplex. I said net. They had a long-standing simplex frequency in Wilson County that was close. And I said, wow, it's interesting that I made it just a few, made it 415 instead. And he said, yeah, it'd been a long time. And I also had a lot of people who I could hear oftentimes early on. That's, of course, what is that, almost, 12 years ago. I could hear people on that frequency, and I remember now who they were. It doesn't matter. Obviously, they can be anywhere they want to be, but I was technically interfering with them. A long-standing frequency, Anyway, we'll be starting the net. There we go. All right, we're going to be starting from the south. Michael, did you start any particular? Did you start from the west last week or last net?
I did.
Okay, good. Well, then I'm right on the money here. We're on net number 1187, starting from the south. So let's start now. Please come now. No, I'm wrong. I lied. We want to do the short on time mobile and first time check-in.
KN4, TJF.
KN4. How are you identifying tonight?
I am identifying the guy from the west side. I'm the west side story.
All right, very good. I don't think you can sing, though, can you?
Not a lick.
All right, well, then you're going to be really bad.
Just snap my fingers.
Okay. Yeah, very good. I haven't seen that thing in probably 60 years, maybe 70.
That's about how long it's been, too. I just remember them coming out snapping their fingers like,
Yeah, I know. That's kind of really old school movie.
Old school. Well, Paul, thanks for what you do, man. R.I.P. Tom. And I really appreciate what you did. Thanks for checking me in. KN4 TJF. Back to net.
Yeah, very good. That's Rick over west of Ashland City, way up in the hills. That's Rick, KN4 TJF. Who else is? Well, a reasonably good signal for tonight. Who else is short on time mobile or first time check-in?
WY4G.
Hello, Jeff. Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. What's up?
Not much. I don't get checked in before I doze off and miss my sector, so here I am.
Yeah, you need a backup battery. That's what you need.
Well, I'm on commercial hours, so it wouldn't really matter. But anyway, I just want to get checked in before I miss it.
Yep. Well, I'm glad you're there. Nothing else good going on?
Not right now. Just kind of hanging out, just doing a lot of nothing, really.
That sounds like my day. We're supposed to rain today, so I didn't schedule anything big, but I ended up having to do work in the yard anyway.
Yeah, it's supposed to start tonight, but it hasn't yet, at least not where I'm at. So when we wake up in the morning, it'll probably rain pretty good if the forecast is correct.
Yeah, it does. No big deal. I think we're kind of used to the rain. It's the ice that bothers me.
Yeah, me too. So it's I don't care if snow is okay, but the ice, that's bad news.
Yeah, my brother actually called me and he says, because I told him about he already knew about the snow and the ice we had here and the problems. And he says, you really shouldn't be out there doing that kind of work out there in the snow and ice. You might fall. And I go, yeah, I think I'm aware of that. I'm not yet senile, so I said, you don't have to remind me. I'm glad you care.
Yeah, it's the possibilities for that happening are, like really high if you're in ice, because usually if I'm on ice, I fall and bust my butt. So it's I gotta be careful about that. Now might break something that I might not recover from.
Yeah, well, it's particularly bad when you're a large, tall person like you or me. We have farther to fall, so it's a much harder hit.
Yeah, and that's the old saying about the bigger they are, the harder they fall. There's a lot of truth to that.
Absolutely. Well, anyway, I'm glad you're in there, Jeff, and go hit the sack, man. That's Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. If you can stay awake for that 2-meter upper side, man, it'd be great. 144-240. Anyway, he's in Madison. Big signal tonight, as always. Who else is short on time, mobile, or first time? All right, we ran out. Hold on one second. All right. So I'm going to slap on the headphones. It makes me look so much more professional. Who else is now? Who do we have from the south? Please come now.
KR4IDJ.
All right, hold on one second. We had a double in there, but I got Echo in there first. Everything going good, Echo?
No. Tom was a best friend.
Yeah, he was a good man. There's people here who knew him for 30 and 40 years. I knew him for about 14 years.
This is just horrible news. I mean, I hate to see him go. But I'll let you get back to the net, Paul. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone, and you, Paul. KR4IDJ, I am out.
Yep, you got a big signal there, Echo. Which machine are you on now?
It's this TYT-TH9800D. I'm running 50 watts.
Oh, so a lot of people will be able to hear you tonight. Which antenna do you have now?
It's a 4-foot dipole that I have laying around. Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's working out well for you. I can see. Wait till you get a big antenna out there, man. You're gonna be killer. Anyway, that was Echo. He's here in Mount Juliet. Kilo Romeo 4 India Delta Juliet. Who else is we're from the south? Oh, I think I heard Tony. Was that you, Tony?
That was me.
Very good. Could you hear Echo?
Not at all.
Oh, okay, just curious. You're a little farther away. He had a real big signal, but to me, because he's in here in Mount Juliet, they're very close to that. And anyway, you got anything else going on that we didn't talk about earlier?
No, not a thing.
Not a thing. Well, I hope your finger feels better.
No, it's much improved. I mean, it really, really is. For everybody that doesn't know, I mashed my finger and it turned black and blue. But no, it's fine. I will survive.
Yeah, we all do. We just, yeah, I don't know. I did I re-roofed my roof one time because way back in, I was dumb enough to do it it was either June or July or August down in Florida, and I had to re-roof it. So me and a buddy, we tore off the whole roof, and I don't know if it took us 1 day or 2 days. And I didn't smash any of my fingers with the hammer until we were on putting down the top edge, the vent, the top of it, whatever they call that strip along the top of the roof at the peak. It waited until the last 5 minutes until I smashed it good.
Well, there you go. Yeah, but yeah, I hope you get to see my pictures. And yeah, today was a bumper day out on the back road. I've still probably got, 6 or 8 20-pound bags worth of crap to pick up. So I don't know what's wrong with people these days.
Well, we've talked about that plenty, but the fact is, it's really just a very fraction of the community that does that. But they're the ones who trash the most, and that's what we have to put up with. It happens all the time. Anyway, anything else, Tony?
Nope, that's it. I'm getting out of the way. People waiting.
All righty. No, there's no big waiting. Just you. That was Tony, KF4, KFQ, and he's in Smyrna. Who else is in a big signal? Who else south?
Kilo Romeo 4, Juliet Romeo, this is Gary.
Okay, hold on one second. I got Larry in there first. Larry, you doing okay? How many did you have on D-Star? Awesome, very good. That was Larry. He does the D-Star Net on Saturday nights at 7:15, and it's on 146.460 Simplex. So be there if you can. Anyway, appreciate you being in there, Larry. I heard Kilo Romeo 4 Juliet Romeo. How you doing tonight?
Doing good. This is Gary.
Yeah, very good. We talked earlier today. I was not only was I your first contact, but I was also the first person that checked out your QRZ page.
Right.
So I thought that was interesting. So you're still on the handheld?
Yes, sir. Still on the handheld.
Very good. Does anybody else can hear Gary down in? He's in Murfreesboro.
He's S9 to me.
That's what I'm saying. He's big signal. That's funny. That's a handheld. It's one of those TID radios, TID. I didn't hear that. What was that last station?
That's way down here in Rockville. I can hear you.
Oh, very good. Larry can hear you over there in Rockville, Gary.
Right.
So wait till you get a big antenna, boy. You won't know what to do with yourself.
Right. You're exactly right.
Well, anyway, I'll say it again. Welcome to the wonderful world of hobby of ham radio. It's one of the most satisfying and also exasperating hobbies. Putting together the money, the time, and the materials to make things work. I mean, it's not like it's a super difficult, but when you're new to it, it's a little more of a stretch, as we talked earlier. Anyway, anything for the net, Gary?
What's going on?
Very good. I hope you can hear many stations down there. That's the thing about having a good high antenna, at your QTH, and that's that you'll be able to hear a lot more of the stations. It's going to be tough from Murfreesboro, though. Anyway, that was Gary. Kilo Romeo 4, Juliet Romeo Romeo in, only 2 Romeos there, in Murfreesboro. And he checked in with me earlier today while I was just sitting around loafing. And I guess he was surprised somebody was out there. But somebody had told him about the frequency, obviously, because he passed the exam up there in over at the Wilson Club meeting within the last week or so. Anyway, anybody else from the South?
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet.
Very good. Were you able to hear Gary where you are there, Jim?
No, nope, no sir.
Okay. Well, in spite of your elevation and your antenna, he's a little far from you.
Yeah, I don't know what part of Murfreesboro he was in, and trying to find him with that beam with no heading is kind of like, and being a weak signal like that is worse than looking for the needle in the haystack.
Well, if you're really quick, you could look on QRZ and see his position to you.
Couldn't didn't copy his call sign.
Well, I'll do this. I'll give it to you anyway. I don't expect you to call him right now, but it's Kilo Romeo 4 Juliet Romeo Romeo.
Where art thou, Romeo? I got it.
Very good. Anything good for the net, Jim?
No, sir. I got a new 7-element M square up and running on horizontal. It's a lot of fun. Making some good contact. So it's always fun to play with a new antenna, till the newness wears off and it'll act just like the old one.
What was it? I mean, you're using, that's the 7-element on what?
2 meters horizontal. I'm on my diamond 10-element.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought. You have 2, so you got 1 horizontal and 1 vertical, so that's cool.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Moneybags, because M squared are pretty pricey.
Well, there's a reason for it. After assembling the antenna, the build quality between the diamond 10-element antenna and the M square 7-element, which is about 2 feet longer than the 10-element, and it looks like the diamond antenna was manufactured by Fisher Price, and the M square was manufactured by a real antenna manufacturer.
Oh, yeah, M squared is really solid stuff. That's been my experience.
Yes, sir. So I should get some many years of happy use out of it.
Well, I think that's the difference between a relatively inexpensive antenna and a pricey antenna is the quality of the materials and the sturdiness, the longevity. You'll be using that for probably, as long as you live.
Yeah, probably as long as I can draw a breath, that antenna will still be working well. All right, that's all I got. Not to mention, forget to mention the 2-meter sideband that they have on 144.200. Saturday mornings about 8 o'clock in the morning. So if anybody wants to go ahead and play on sideband, horizontally polarized is preferred. 144.200, 8 o'clock Saturday morning.
That's right. I forgot to mention that. The 144.200 upper sideband on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. 144 200, 8 a.m. It's a bunch of people just in the whatever, whoever can get into it can get into it. So I haven't tried myself because I'm always at the breakfast on Saturday mornings, but maybe I'll delay it a few minutes to see who I can hear. Anyway, appreciate you being there, Jim. That's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet, and he's in Woodbury. Who else is south? We should have run out of south, but we did. Over to the east, please come now.
KM4YRF.
Very good. We got Kilo Mike 4, Yankee, Romeo, Foxtrot. I got, yeah. Can't even, I'm writing one letter and hearing another letter. Everything going all right. How many did you have on C4FM? I didn't keep track.
We had 12.
Oh, man, big number. Okay, is it? We need a verification of that because this voting irregularities keep coming up.
Well, I keep a list, so anytime you want it, I can send it to you.
No, we're good. No, it's good to have that many. It really is amazing how much difference that is between. We had 5 on DMR and 6 on DSAR. So again, C4FM kicks butt, man.
Well, I've been really, really happy with it, and I'm glad that that's the mode well, at the time, that was the only mode I had, only digital mode, so I was happy with it.
Oh, yeah. No, it's good. It's a good mode as well. Anyway, that's Mike. He's here in Mount Juliet. He fills in for me. In fact, I want to thank him again for filling in for me this past Wednesday. I had a date night with the XYL, and everything was just dandy, I think. No, it was fun. All right, then. That's anyway. Just done with Mike. Who is else is east? Hello, Mr. Earl. I'm so glad you're there. And I hadn't heard from you from about, well, I wasn't on the net last week, so this past Wednesday, so I'm not sure you were there. But everything going okay?
Yeah, pretty well. Survived the ice storm and the fallout. Hope everyone else did the same. And just hanging in, hanging out, and trying to overcome my laziness.
I gave up on that a long time ago, Earl.
Well, I'm still trying. It's, I don't know, I got butt magnets all over the house, and it's kind of hard to neglect that there magnetic field when it's everywhere.
You must have a lot of furniture then, huh?
Well, maybe too many chairs. I don't know about furniture, but maybe I'll go outside and get some sunshine more often than what I do. Get that vitamin D level up and stuff with the change of season coming on.
Yeah, well, that storm certainly made me go out and do some work, like picking up limbs and sawing up things and dragging stuff out to the street. I had my fill of that stuff.
Everybody's faring very well and having a good remembrance of out with the old and in with the new year still being young. We'll catch you taking forward the DEZ 73 back in there.
Yeah, very good, Earl. I'm glad you're in there. That's Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu, and he's over in Noreen or Stick City or, let's see, what else is it? Stick City. We'll stay with that. He's over on the east side of Cedars of Lebanon Park. Who else is east?
And okay.
Okay, there was a double in. Who was the N station?
November 4, Tango Romeo.
November. I think I had 2 N stations. November 4, Tango. Yeah, that's what it is. Roll Tide, roll. How you doing, Wes?
We're fine. Just another cozy night in. The dogs sleep on the couch. I'm just sitting here browsing YouTube and not much of anything, which none of it will say is a good day for me.
Oh yeah. A day without work is a great day when you're working hard 5 days a week. You know.
Absolutely. We're helping with the new Walmart that's being built out on the 109 and I-40 intersection. My guy was out there today, but thank goodness he was able to get off around lunchtime. Went out there and visited him, made sure the site was doing what they were supposed to do now, and yeah, that's about all I know. All is well in this end.
Yeah, well, that's having a new Walmart go up there. Not that that's a bad location. I'm sure it's a great location. Otherwise, Walmart wouldn't have picked it. But it just means that there's going to be more buildings and more subdivisions and more traffic. And for a retired guy, it's not good news.
Well, you know, it's funny. I think we are actively on 5 different Walmarts right now. 2 of them are around here. One's in Lebanon, one's in Gallatin. The other 3 or 4 are out east, like Morristown, Sevierville, places like that. So evidently, you know, where Walmarts are being built is where everybody's moving. So I guess it is the fact everybody's wanting to move to Tennessee.
Yep. Yeah, I had that experience in Florida. I remember there was a story. It was a true story. I knew who. I remember who it was now. But he told me the story about how there was a food chain. I think it was Albertsons. Yeah, it was Albertsons. They were wanting to put more stores in strategic locations. You know, which is usually intersections, major intersections where there's a mall and a strip mall. And even if they were empty, they wanted to get first right of refusal. And they came to Florida and they realized everything on the West Coast. Publix had already wrapped up in legal documents and first right of refusal on all of them.
Well, I will admit, I actually really enjoy working with Publix and the site development thing. But anyway, the only other thing I have to ask is my signal okay this evening?
Yeah, it's great. A good, strong signal. Did you do something different?
Yes, I ended up trading out the Ed Fong 2-meter 440 J-pole. I ended up just going back to my old 2-meter quarter-way ground plane that I made out of some stainless steel that Papa had, and I got it up a little bit higher. I just wanted something a little more simple. But if it's working, that's all I think I have for this evening.
No, that's all that matters. I mean, it's great to have my antenna, like Michael's, is the same antenna, and you have that kind of a signal. You get used to it, but it doesn't really matter ultimately, because as long as I can understand you clearly, it doesn't matter what kind of hash is in there, you know.
Absolutely. Anyways, I will turn it back over to Net Control. Appreciate it. And all I have is a good 7-3 to everyone within RF shot.
Hey, I want to just ask you one quick question about Publix. I had toured their property there in Lakeland. There's their headquarters. And also I had done some business with them a little bit over the time. And man, I just had a very good experience with that organization.
Oh, absolutely. Their geotechnical exploration requirements are very well thought out. They're well represented, and they actually are really involved in the whole. I mean, before a earthwork contractor even gets on the site, they're very involved in discussions when it comes to site development. So I hope we get more. At my old firm we worked with them. I hope we get to work with them again at my new firm.
Oh yeah, no, they're real first class operation, and I think they're still family owned. Is that correct?
I don't know if they're family owned, but I do know that they are still a company that likes to keep every employee happy. That's about all I know.
Well, it's always I always compare them to that old saying they use. You know, it's a pleasure. Shopping at Publix, it's pleasure. You know, I say, well, Kroger's usually a pleasure. Publix is always a pleasure, man. I had asked a guy for something. I asked a guy. He was in the meat department, and I said, I can't find this one particular item was supposed to be in frozen foods. And he goes, well, let me go show you. And he walked the entire length of the store to take me right to it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I'll pay 5% more to have that much of an enjoyable experience. And I think everybody knows I have not been to Walmart in such a long time. I'm sworn off of Walmart. Kroger and Publix is about all I do.
Yeah, I'm with you. Anyway, that was Wes. He is over in the Lebanon vicinity. It's November 4 Romeo, Tango Romeo. Who else is east?
N0WIK.
Hey, very good. How you doing there, John?
Doing very well. Did a whirlwind trip out west. Had a meeting in San Diego, LA, and Seattle this week, and finally got home and off to the East Coast next week. So I'm back on the road again.
Well, you're going to be in a position when you retire, and you said that's going to be fairly soon, that you're going to have to know what to do with yourself The second week or so, you're going to go, I'm supposed to be going somewhere.
Well, I've got a lot of friends that are retired, and they said they don't know how they ever found time to go to work.
I know. It is true. It is true. You fill your time with what you want to do, not what you have to do.
When I was on the chainsaw all day out there on my property, I stopped counting after I cut up the 100 tree, number 100 that was laying over the road. Those cedar trees just peeled over. And so I've got about 50 more trees to go.
Oh, man, that's a lot of work. I did some of that myself, but I didn't have 50 trees.
Yeah, I've got my bobcat out there. I've got a pretty good sized skid steer, so I just make one cut and then just shove them back in the woods. The rabbits will love them.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's, yeah, it makes for thicker woods, but hard to walk around.
Yeah, a lot of my woods over there in the property, right down the road from you, it's in transition now. It's going from evergreens to hardwoods, just a natural process of the woods. So I've got a lot of down timber already.
Oh, that's not good. Well, it's okay. I mean, if it's not being developed or anything, it's great. Anything else good for the net, John?
That's all. I'll leave it up to you. Appreciate you. I'll meet you on one of the other frequencies here in a while.
Very good. That's John. He's in Hermitage, November 0, Whiskey India Kilo. Who else is east? I think I was on east, wasn't I? Yeah, east. Up to the north.
KD4 Joanne.
Hello, Danny. Everything going okay on your end of the earth?
Oh yeah, good day.
Is your hand all fixed up? I didn't even know you had messed that up.
Well, it's been bad for a while, but yeah, I go back to work Tuesday.
Oh, that's too bad.
I know it.
Do you get FMLA on that job?
We just get PTO. We just get so many hours of PTO.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty common.
Yeah. So, can't believe it's been 2 weeks already almost.
Yeah, time flies no matter what's going on, especially when you're not at work. It goes. Weekends take about 4 hours to get through, and a week takes about 100 hours.
I know it.
Well, very good. Anything good for the net?
No, I don't guess. I'm just sitting here listening.
Very good. That's Danny. Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. He's in Station Camp. Who else is north?
WB0NOO.
How you doing, Mark?
Hanging in there, doing well. Slept most of the day for some reason. Just one of those days.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. I had the last 2 days, when I fell asleep, I was like in a coma.
Yeah, that was me. I'd sit down in my easy chair to watch the Olympics or something going on, and the race, and I zonked out. I didn't see much any of it, which was no great loss.
Olympics can be fun. I always, as a kid, I always thought I wanted my chances of doing it were about 0, but that was that don't know what do you call it, the bobsled stuff, and the single, whatever they call that single bobsled. I don't remember now. It's been so long, but I always thought that was the coolest thing on the planet until I saw somebody die.
Oh yeah, what, you talking about the luge where they go down head first?
Yeah, do they go down head first or feet first? I forget which. Isn't it feet first on the luge?
Yeah, I don't remember. I know one of them goes down head first. I think, oh man, that's not for me. But I don't really have a thing for the net tonight, so carry on, WB0NOO.
We're going to have a requirement that you have to have something, even if it's, hey, I turned on the radio today.
I didn't do that until tonight.
See, we give you something to do. That's Mark. Whiskey Boy. We're helping people who have nothing to do by turning on their radio. That's Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar, and that's Mark. And he's up by the lake there in Cumberland River / lake. Who else is north?
November 8, November Hotel Tango.
Hello, hey. Did we give you something to do today?
Well, I was messing around in the garden getting stuff, starting to get a few of the more cold hardy stuff planted and all that.
Oh, yeah. You're not expecting any more freezes?
Well, I didn't. I'm not planting any summer stuff. I had like, the stuff in the onion family that's cold hardy. I had that stuff planted, and I'm probably gonna start on some greens. But there'll definitely be more freezes, and I wouldn't even, nothing like tomatoes can be started for at least a couple more months.
Maybe does anybody cheat by putting in a greenhouse?
Some people do, and some people put like row covers and a bunch of stuff. There's a few, or even frost blankets. There's a few ways you can cheat.
Yeah, but it's expensive and it's harder.
Yeah, and there's a few. Like, I used to put something called wall water, and you can put a bunch of 2-liter bottles with water, so they heat up in the day, like around your tomato plant, and protect them a little more. If you want to try to get it out a little early, like around here, probably. May is good for tomatoes, but you could sneak it towards the end of April if you wanted to do a few things. People like to do that,
Yeah, well, I don't know if you've ever seen those smudge pots they put out in the orange groves in Florida when there's a freeze. Imagine putting out hundreds and hundreds of smudge pots and lighting them up.
Yeah, I thought about that. Where do you get those?
I have no idea. I don't even know what they burn. I'm guessing they burn kerosene. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've got some plants, some palm trees that are real sensitive. I think they stayed alive. If I had a smudge pot, I was worried if the power went out, my plants would be cooked. I keep them warm on the coldest nights with lights, so one of those smudge pots would actually do me good.
How big is the palm tree?
They're about, both of them are about 7 feet tall now.
Well, technically, you could put up a little brace and cover it with a very large sheet.
Yeah, I have a whole system where I put like a fencing around it, attach C9 Christmas lights to it, and cover it on the coldest nights. They can take down to about 15 or 20 degrees without any protection, and then I keep them alive that way. But that's generator dependent. If my power would have gone out, it's dependent on external heat source, and even the covering them and everything wouldn't be good enough if it got down to 5 degrees. But with those smoke pots, that might be not a bad idea. I don't know how that works, or if you can have them in a residential area.
You'll have to do a little research. Well, the EPA, I don't think is going to chase you down.
Yeah, maybe not for one on a couple nights a year. You never know. It's worth trying, but yeah, some of the stuff will be sprouting, and then let the summer stuff. They say the danger of frost here is usually past around April 15th. After that, there's not very much chance of frost, but you still have those cool nights that things like peppers, tomatoes, and squash don't like, so you're better off waiting until May.
I got you. Well, anything else for the net, Mr. Garden Man?
I don't think so. Hayden's helping in Ohio with his mom. He had to work. He wants to make money to go to a scout high adventure base in Key West, so he had to work for his aunt for 5 hours doing drywall. He was learning drywall and doing a bunch of stuff there, like fixing up the old house that used to be my grandma's. So he's been up there working, and Hyde is up there. I don't got the kids, but I'll turn it back over. K4PEW. This is November 8, November Hotel Tango. I'll say back to that.
Yeah, I know what Hayden's going to learn. He's going to learn he doesn't like putting up drywall.
Well, he complained on the way there, but she said he was really good and focused and didn't complain.
Cool. Well, very good. That was Hayes. He's in Hendersonville. November 8, November Hotel Tango. Who else is north?
KR4EMH.
KR4EMH. Help me out again on the name. I'm sorry.
The name here is Lucas, and I'm in Gallatin.
Ah, very good, Lucas. I'm sorry about that. I got to find a way to remember that name. Why don't you come to breakfast, then I'll really remember.
I just remember Lucas McCain, the rifleman.
Okay, very good. Are you doing? You got a little rough signal tonight. Are you doing anything different? Because normally you seem to have a better signal, but I've noticed a couple of stations have got noise in them that they don't normally have.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't touched anything, so it's just propagation sometimes.
Oh yeah, no, it's propagation all the time, man. It's sometimes we've had I'm sure you weren't heard then, but we had a night where we were talking to people up in Illinois here on this frequency.
Wow, is that right? That's crazy. Wow.
That's what we said. We couldn't believe we were even. There was 2 or 3 guys in one area in Illinois, and they happened to hear our frequency and got together and checked in with us. We were just we were beside ourselves. When if somebody's fooling around,
Yeah, for sure.
going forward that affected?
Oh yeah, no, I keep track of my ancestry on Ancestry.com, and I often think about those things, how what people did in the past, 3-4 generations ago, affected how I came about, you know.
Yeah, it really is. It's just so crazy just to think, if my grandpa had decided to back out or something, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now.
Well, yeah, my mother and I discussed that after my father passed away. She goes, I could have married this other guy, and I go, would that still have been me then, or would it have been somebody else, She didn't know the answer either.
Yeah, man, good stuff. And I was looking back in the records, and it was a Thursday that they were married, too. So they got married because it was Valentine's Day. Normally you get people married on Saturdays or Sundays, but they did it on a Thursday just because it was Valentine's Day. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, that is cool. No, it is cool. My one side of my family goes very far back into the farming community, back as far back as the late 1600s, and I just can't imagine. I just can't imagine living like that. And one of my family members had 18 children, and I go, oh man, what a different world.
Well, you're right about that. You know this as well as I do, but you needed 18 children to run those farms back in the day.
Yeah, you're right, because the worst of it is, some of them would probably die, and they did.
Yeah, you're right. It was a different world, man. We've got all these amenities, and our ancestors from back in the day wouldn't have any idea how to think about what we've got. But anyway, we have those folks to thank for us being here today.
Oh yeah, no question about it. I mean, particularly when I think about the people that came here from, in my case on my mother's side, they came from Ireland and England, and you get on a boat in a wooden sailing boat in 1690 or whatever the year was, and come over here hoping you're going to do well, and he did, and I'm here.
It's crazy, man, and thinking about things, I could talk about this all night long, and I won't, but, thinking about you had 2 or 3 babies that died in the family, but your great-great-grandfather was that one kid who survived.
Right, exactly. Yep, I'm with you. I know my just a short distance back was my mother's mom. They had 3 children. My great-grandparents had 3 children. My grandmother, my great-aunt, and my great-uncle. They lost 2 in a row before they had the other 3.
Oh, man. Wow, that's crazy. Golly, I could talk about this forever, but you are running a net. You've got other folks to get to there. So I'll go ahead and get back to net control. Happy Valentine's Day to y'all, and this is KR4EMH.
Very good. That was Kilo Romeo 4, Echo Mike Hotel, Lucas in Gallatin. Who else is, I think he's in Gallatin. Who else is north?
KD4CV.
Oh, great. You sound really good tonight.
Yep, sounding good. Yeah, they say like at the turn of the century or whatever that the average age was 40. That doesn't mean people died at 40. There was just such a high infant mortality rate that it brought that number down. So, but anyway, other than that, I've got my cataract surgery on my right eye coming up this week.
Oh, very good. So the other one worked out real well?
Yeah, I'm farsighted now where I used to be nearsighted. In fact, I was noticing today that like a house 200 yards down the road, I can, see individual bricks. And looking at the trees, I can see the little buds and everything at quite a distance at 20/20.
Yeah, that's great. Like I told you before, I'm looking forward to that because if I take my glasses off, I'm farsighted, so I can get along pretty good. If I don't, I always wear my glasses, but and I have progressive lenses, and it helps. I can do it all, but I just get tired of it. I get tired of having to, even now, if I have small print, I have to get out a magnifying glass because I'm farsighted, and my glasses don't cover tiny, tiny print.
Were you always farsighted?
Yeah, always.
Yeah, I think most people are nearsighted, which I was, but I'll need reader glasses. I'm probably going to go ahead and get reader contacts just so I don't have to screw with them.
Yeah, I'm with you. I used to did that. That's a good language. When I had contacts, it corrected, but I still had to have reading glasses. And so I'd have them hanging around my neck, and I always ended up with about 6 pair because I kept on either losing them or forgetting where I put them.
Did you have bifocal contacts?
No. I don't know if I don't remember why. I don't recall. It's been a while now.
Yeah, that's what I had up until these surgeries, and they're good.
Yeah, I guess they're just. I say they're expensive. They are kind of expensive.
Well, anyway, so yeah, I'm like I say, looking forward to the surgery. It's one of those that it's been a good thing. So.
Yeah, no, it sounds great. My mother had that, and she was thrilled with it. She was able to use, she played the piano, and she was able to read sheet music without putting on glasses, which she really liked. Anyway, that was Greg at Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, and he's in Hendersonville. Who else is north?
KB9RKK.
Hey, Frank, it was good to see you this morning.
Yes, sir. I was glad to be there.
Yeah, I'm sorry that we had to learn about Tom, though.
Yeah. And I'll add to it, my friend passed away.
Oh, he did today, huh?
Yeah, I guess I didn't find out about it till I got back from the breakfast, but it was actually in the morning real early.
Well, it sounded like he was ready and his body was ready.
Yeah, he was. He the last, before he got nonverbal, that was the last thing he told me. He's like, I hope I'm doing okay, I'm trying, but, he said he didn't want to be here anymore,
Well, when you got limited ability to do things and you're confined to a bed, I think everybody's ready at that point.
I know. And, I'm not surprised. It was coming. It's still, I'll tell you what my neighbor said. He's probably now seeing for the first time in his life because, he was born blind. So that's the way you got to think of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. It's a good thought, isn't it? Yeah, I'm trying not to think about that too often, but, yeah, that'd be great to be able to see perfectly, hear perfectly, and whatever. Anything else for the net, Frank?
No, thanks for doing the net. Yeah, that's just, it's life. But we got to keep going. Same thing, same thing with Tom. There's a lot of us, some of us upgraded, some of us got back in the hobby because we happened to turn on the radio and hear Tom, and, so he would want us to keep going, so that's what we're going to do.
No, I had some great conversations both on the radio and off the radio with Tom. He's a good man.
Yes, sir. All right, we'll turn it back over to you, KB9RKK.
Very good. That's Frank. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo. And he's in northwest Mount Juliet. Who else is north?
Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Mike India.
Okay, what was the mystery with your 220 antenna that you had like no signal?
It wasn't the 220 antenna. It was this antenna. I don't know. It was on C4 FM. I was kind of tweaking the radio out, but I don't know why I was having no signal.
Huh. I don't know. I'm not clairvoyant, so I can't help you.
Yeah, I was on my 891 trying to work on FT8, and I got nowhere there either, so maybe just digital hated me today.
Yeah, that's right. It was your day to have a bad signal.
Yeah, well, when I first started DMR, it was like the hardest thing I ever did. But, now I'm trying to get into FT8, and I'm going to have to get a FT8 clairvoyant person to fix it, I think.
Well, I saw that today from a friend of mine who lives out west. He was showing in his, in a text that Anytone is selling a DMR/analog radio that has packet and it does DMR and analog packet and a couple of. It's $210 for a handheld. That ain't happening.
Yeah. I got an Anytone 878, and it was pretty expensive. And then I got the open spot, the Shark open spot, and that was real expensive. And I'm like, I'm just going to stay out of that stuff.
Well, again, I have a hard time understanding why people really gravitate toward DMR now that I've been using it a while with a very expensive radio. It's just that it works better if you've got a whole group of people doing something. I don't know what that doing something is, if you're all in the same skiing club or the hiking club or the mountain climbing club or You know, what would be who am I going to talk to on DMR on a regular basis, just walking around town, you know?
Yeah, you know, I got into it before I got my general license, and you know, I could talk to people around the world on the worldwide and that kind of stuff. But I enjoy HT a lot more.
Yeah, I agree. Anything else from that, Daniel?
No, glad you're out here doing it.
Oh yeah, Mr. Analog here. That's Danny. Kilo, Quebec for Oscar Mike Indian. He's in Hendersonville as well. Who else? North. Just like I told at breakfast, it's like this is the north sector gets more of anything really. It's amazing. All right, who is north or west?
KD4 VID.
KO4 OTV.
Okay, hold on there, Joel. I have Carlin in there. KD4 BUW. Everything going good in your sector?
Yeah, it's doing all right. Hadn't started raining yet, but yeah, it's doing all right.
Yeah, as long as it rains at night, that's a good. You know, wake up in the morning and the ground's wet. That's cool.
Yeah, it's supposed to start after midnight. I don't know when it's supposed to end. Sometime tomorrow, but it's not going to last long. So, oh well. There won't be a bunch of it though. I think it's come 1 to 2 inches. So, oh well. It'll take care of the drought in some spots, I would think.
Wow, that's a prediction, really. A couple inches of rain.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's more than we need. You know what I'm saying? Maybe farmers like it. I don't want to deal with it.
Well, you know, having all that ice was on the ground, it melted. And, you know, that didn't run off nowhere. It kind of went down the ground. And I was thinking, after all that ice, they was on the weather talking about it was still a drought. And I'm going like, you know, all that ice, that, you know, golly, that all melted, you know. So and now they're talking about this much rain tonight, you know. And I don't know, who knows.
Well, I noticed. I don't know if it has anything to do with anything in terms of the drought or water table or how they classify a drought. I don't know, but I noticed Percy Priest Lake was still relatively low. Now that could very well be a function of they just lower it to accommodate more rain, I guess. But I just did that. Let's see, today is Saturday. That was just earlier this week, say Monday or Tuesday. I noticed that the lake was really low. You know, you can see the edges of all the rocks all around it. You know.
Yeah, they talk about Lake Mead again out there. Said it was dropping off water real big. And I was thinking, sound like y'all got a hole in that dam or something somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I think God's playing a bad joke on them.
Yeah, because you know it can't be evaporation due to the sun because it's winter. And I'm going like, yeah, maybe the water's kind of going underneath the dam some way. You know. Who knows? I don't know. That seems kind of funny. But anyway, don't mind. Doing okay, I guess?
Oh, yeah. You're doing all right as well?
Hey, yeah, I guess so. Sitting back, just listening to the net. Was on the computer back there watching a few things and getting disgusted with people saying they're going to tell you the answer to something, and then when you get to the end of it, they still hadn't told you the answer, and you're like, okay, this is totally foolish, and I just unclick from it.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been trying to keep up with that Guthrie kidnapping out there out west, and I look at updates, and it's the same update I saw 2 days ago. So I go, okay, I don't think I need to do this all the time.
Well, just where's she at anyway? Because there was something on YouTube. They were searching something in Detroit, and I'm going like, I thought they were out west somewhere.
Oh yeah, they're up near Tucson. They're north of Tucson is where she lived. I hate to say it, but after 14 days, she's either living somewhere else and getting along fine, or she's not alive. You know, those two options are awful.
Quite frankly, my personal opinion, and I hope I'm wrong, I think she's gone. I think she was gone after they got her out of that house. And I will be very, very shocked if she's still alive. And so, I don't know. It's a sad situation. It's all it is. It just makes you think about what gets into some people's mind to do something like
that. You know, regardless of what is transpired, we're never going to know what's true and what's not true because criminals rarely tell the truth afterwards anyway. So if we ever get to the bottom of it, I don't think we will. we'll just know that whatever the results are, hopefully they're good results, not bad results. Anything else for the net there, Carlin?
Well, maybe that's what did it. There's something went by out there. I had this big burst of just noise. And that's been happening here ever so often for some reason. I don't know what's going on. I'll get about 60-ish units of it, and then it's frying, and then it goes away. I was beginning to wondering if it had something to do with the sunspot activity, but I don't know. Anyway, don't guess so. I guess I'll hush up and let you get some more check-ins to let you move on to the west. Anyway, with that said, let's see. This is Saturday night. You're going to side band on this band, I'm assuming. I think it's Wednesday when you do the 70 centimeter. Okay, so with that said, I'll hush up, turn it back over to you, KD4VW.
Very good. That's Carlin. He's in Bethpage, Angeltown area. Joel, I hear you in there.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I still have more work to do in the yard because of tree stuff, but none of it's an immediate problem. They won't pick up any of my limbs, off of the in front of the house until a couple of 3 weeks. So I'm in no rush.
Oh yeah, it's a mess out there. We were riding around in the 78 earlier and went down some roads that I frequent usually, and I kind of wished I hadn't. They even still had some low voltage lines down that we were driving over. They weren't. It didn't really matter if they were alive or not, but yeah, we saw lots of brush and stuff. I've got a bunch I've got to clean up here, but I'll end up probably having to just burn them all because they don't pick it up out here, out here. That's kind of the reason I live out here, so I can do that. But yeah, it's going to be a mess for a little while.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you see? I saw a thing on the news yesterday, the national news, that showed that someplace in Michigan got an ice storm, and it created a worse mess than we had here.
Oh, interesting. Well, yeah, they talk all that smack. I saw some people online going, they're just not prepared for that in the South, and I'm like, nobody's prepared for ice storms on a large scale. I mean, individually, sure, but, on a large scale, if you've never experienced it before, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, my ex-YL, she had one, she said, remember, when she was young on Long Island, and it messed up everything, she said. Again, nobody can prepare for that, really. When the power lines go down, well, now it's even worse, because not the power, the cable goes down, everything goes down, and then it's a big mess.
Oh, ain't no doubt. And like I said last week, it happens here, from time to time. The last big one was in '94, obviously, but we've had a few before that and after it, but nothing would even compare to that one. That was on a whole nother scale. That one there, I think, was 80,000 poles broke with that one.
That one in '96, you said?
In '94.
Oh, wow, it had 80,000 poles?
Yeah, it was something like that. It was tons, and it was unbelievable. I mean, it was like 1.5 inches of ice on everything, man. And I mean, the smallest little limb looked crazy, just like it was caked in glass.
Wow. I can only rival it with what my brother had happened, where I used to live up in. It was actually Buffalo and South had a snowstorm in October, and the leaves were still on the trees, and they lost 50,000 trees in the Buffalo, in Erie County, New York.
Oh yeah, easily, and that's the thing. There was trees here so massive that broke in '94. That was really when it put things into perspective when you're seeing 200-300-year-old oak trees just pulled up by the roots like no problem. I mean, you don't realize how heavy ice is until it accumulates on something. So yeah, that was something else, man. I'll be honest, it was wild looking. It was beautiful to see. Don't get me wrong, but extremely destructive.
Well, I've heard people say that tornadoes are beautiful, but I have a hard time seeing that.
Yeah, when it's out in the field and there's nothing around, sure, it's cool to see them. But I mean, yeah, that's really unbelievable. Off the subject a little earlier, you were saying, did you say SFM? That was the guy out in Lebanon, correct?
Yes, that's correct. He was actually in a place called Martha, just up on off of 109, north of Lebanon Road.
He had kind of a raspy voice.
That's the man.
God, God, man, I was hoping that wasn't him, man. I love listening to him. He could actually make it out here. I'd have my HT on scan sometimes, and I'd hear him talk for hours. And God, man, that breaks my heart. That really depressed me hearing that. When did he go?
I believe it was day before yesterday.
Man, I really hate that. How old was he?
Well, he was born in 46, so he's about 3 years older than me, so that makes him either 79 or 80.
Okay, yeah, I know he was a little older. I had talked to him a few times at the Ham Fest and stuff like that, which he wasn't at the Ham Fest. I just talked to him on the radio, just going there and leaving there. I actually talked to him a few times, and I talked to him out here on the 105 machine, I don't know, a handful of times over the years, but I sure wish I'd talked to him one more time. I hate to really hear that, man. That breaks my heart.
Yeah, I always enjoyed talking to Tom. He was a good man to talk to. He was full of information. He was a school teacher. He worked at the Nissan plant for several years. He also worked for the manufacturer that was in eastern Wilson County. I can't remember the name of it. They made electronic things. I don't remember what they were, to tell you the truth.
Yep, that's him. I remember hearing him talk about those. Being a school teacher and working out there. Yep, man, that's unfortunate, man. I hate to hear that, but I guess that's life.
Well, from all things I've heard, he's led a good life, and he was a good man, a good husband, a good father. What more can you ask for?
That's right, man. You just gotta, do what you can, man, with what you feels right. And I know I've had my trial and I've had some run-ins all through my life, but I mean, you get older, you live, you learn, and if you don't from them, sometimes you just, learn the hard way. But yeah, it's unfortunate for some people, but yeah, it's sad to see, man. I hate to hear that, and I hate to hear him on there anymore, but I won't hold it any longer, Paul, and I'll let y'all get on the next one. KO4 OTV.
Yeah, very good. That's Joel. He's in West Ashland City, KO4 OTV. He's up in the jungle sector up there. Who else? Anybody else north?
KE4TWI.
Oh boy, what a big night we're having tonight. How are you doing there, Wes?
Oh, doing good. Had to run out. I tried to check in mobile, but I think I was on the weaker side. No, everything's good here. Starting to rain and just relaxing. KE4TWI.
I'm guessing there's going to be quite a few people for the service on Monday.
Yep, I'll be there.
Yeah, I should be there too. Lord willing, I'm not sure. I'm free. Obviously, I don't work, so that's kind of a nice feature. Yeah, I don't like going to those things, but I feel it's important. Anything else for that, Wes?
Nope, all's good in Possum Town. KE4TWI.
Yeah, that was Wes, or is Wes, KE4TWI. He's in Possum Town over in that north Lebanon woods. Who else is north or west?
November 4, Delta Juliet Tango.
Man, we're having a banner night tonight. How you doing, Don?
Oh, pretty good. Firing the frog here, sitting here recovering from my day. It was a busy Valentine's Day. I'd asked the wife earlier in the week what she would like to do for Valentine's Day. And she cheerfully suggested we stay at home, day drink, and make some real food. So I made pasta from scratch. I made bread from scratch. Well, we made apple turnovers from scratch and meatballs from scratch, and had a really good dinner.
Man, that's a lot of scratch.
That's the most time I've spent in my feet on years. I was thinking about maybe getting a part-time job doing like some line cook or something, just something for pocket change. And if I stand on my feet all day, I'm like, yeah, no, I'll pass on that.
Yeah, that's it doesn't take long, especially when you're older, man. My feet are flat enough.
Yeah, exactly. And I got bad feet and arthritis in them. Not real bad, but enough that I'm a human barometer, and like I can hear the angels singing. So yeah, but it was fun just to hang out with the YL and do the stuff we used to do when when everything was new and fresh, right? And it was a good time.
Oh yeah, that sounded like a lot of fun though. Doing all it's it's the doing and the eating. The consuming is the best part.
Yeah, so we have quite the show going on while we cook. I was telling the wife, so I put the camera on. We should put this up on YouTube as a new cooking show because it'd be hilarious.
I'm sure it would be.
That's all I got going on here, man. I'm just waiting for the rain to get over, and hopefully next week sometime this yard will dry out a little bit, and I'll get the tree service guys to chop out all my dead and broken stuff.
Very good. Anything else, Don?
Nah, brother, appreciate all you do, and everybody have a great week coming up.
Very good. You got a nice signal tonight, Don, and that's November 4 Delta Juliet Tango in Bon Aqua. Who else is west?
Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor.
Bet you can't believe it took this long, do you?
That's all right. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, well, let's hope not. Anything going good on your sector since we met this morning?
No, it was good to see everybody at the breakfast, and wish more people would show up.
Well, again, you know the problem. If you get 12 people showing up, you don't get to talk to 6 of them. You know.
Well, I realize it's a long way for some people that live out in the country, and I don't blame them one bit.
Well, for working people too. That's the first morning they get to sleep in.
That's true. I'm spoiled. Anyway, I'll let you get to somebody else, and I'll see you on the next one. KG4 ILV.
Yeah, this morning for me was that was the problem. Is that the alarm went off, and I was like, "What the heck is that?" And I go, "Oh man, I got to get up." It was just I was really bagging Z's, as they say. Anyway, that's Jack. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
Quick comment.
Yeah, go ahead, Don.
I meant to tell you earlier, I could hear Echo. I don't know if I have a conversation with him, but his signal was definitely making it here. I could hear him in there.
Oh, it must have been a good path, because he's just got a little 4-foot dipole for 2 meters.
Yeah, it was crazy. I could not hear Gary at all. Maybe a little bit, but Echo, I could definitely make him out. I could hear he's talking. Like I said, QSO would be tough, but yeah, I was shocked.
Well, having it go from Murfreesboro and even here from Mount Juliet is quite a stretch for you on somebody with a HT or a low antenna.
Yeah, absolutely. So we probably have a pass. I'll probably hear him better once he gets a big antenna up. But that's all I wanted, brother. Appreciate it.
Very good. Again, that was Don with a comment. Anybody else West?
KC4 TNQ.
Oh man, you're bringing up the rear. How you doing, Charles?
I just keep back listening. I was reminiscing on you talking about roofing, and of course I got to have a little roof repair done. So I had a guy come out this morning and give me an estimate.
Well, if you're like me, roof repair is the last thing I want to do.
Well, I went up there on the roof last Sunday, and I didn't think I was going to make it off.
Been there, done that. It's I'm getting a little too. I learned a few years ago I'm a little too shaky to be up there these days.
Yeah, I got up there, and the roof is about 12 years old, and of course there's a lot of the gravel is kind of loosening, the little granules is loosening up on the shingles, and it was slick, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to grab onto something.
I got you. Well, I'm glad you decided not to do any more of that stuff.
No, I got a guy coming out. Actually, it's the same company that put it on, so it's right around the vent stack, the toilet vent stack boot, and it's right around that. So they're going to replace that boot and the shingles right around that. So and he said any wood that needed to be replaced under that, they would replace that too. So that was my excuse for not showing up for breakfast this morning. I'd much rather had come and eat breakfast.
Oh yeah, we would have rather had you there, but again, your house, your family, and your job come before ham radio. You know that.
Yep. Other than that, I'm just trying to learn how to do the Rubik's Cube. I've never solved one, and I've got it in my mind. I'm going to do
it. I'm not even going to try. I don't remember if I ever did it or not, but I don't want to.
Videos on YouTube, and it's not that hard. It's just doing it in a sequence. So maybe the next time I talk to you, I'll tell you I have solved one. So anyway, y'all have a good evening, and I'll catch you on the next one. KC4 TNQ.
Yeah, very good. You'll have to put that in your resume that you solved the Rubik's Cube. That was Charles, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November, Quebec, in West Nashville. Who else is out there? We almost ran out of space. I went down to the bottom of the list. There were 25. So I ran out of room, kind of. Is anybody else out there tonight?
I just watched a robot solve the Rubik's Cube in under a second.
Oh, I saw a kid do that. He was like, he grabbed it, and before I could even think about it, he was done.
Yeah, it was funny, the robot, though. That's all.
Yeah, well, AI is going to solve all our problems. You know that.
Yeah.
I wish. You know, it's funny about AI. They even say it. They say it. It's really funny. They say Chat GTP can be wrong. Please double check. And I have had to double check a few times.
No, ChatGPT is often wrong. Grok's a little bit better, but I double check them all the time. And but yeah, it's not going to fix our problems. And this stuff we're using now is not really AI. Just so you know that, it's a large language model. It's different than AI. It's not intelligent.
No, I understand. But it is a really nice way to do research or searches. It changed the whole search criteria. You know, for what's now when you do a search, you get real answers, not 72 ads.
Exactly. I just leave Grok open. That's what I use for search, and when I'm looking up like the esoteric stuff, and then I move on. But yeah, AI is going to put the movie business out of business quickly. I just saw like 4 different AI generated trailers, and I could not tell it was not done by professional Hollywood studios.
Oh, I understand. It's gonna ruin imaging for the general public because they're not going to know. I'm not going to know what to believe, and I don't want to. I'll just say everything's AI. I don't want to believe it. It just doesn't make any sense. And even somebody, one of the, I think more than one, but I'm guessing I know that one actor in the movie. I don't remember which one it was. He copyrighted his image so that nobody could use it in anything else but without his permission. So he's protecting himself legally, and I imagine that's going to become a thing.
Oh yeah, I don't know if it over. Yeah, we'll see how it holds up in court, but yeah, absolutely. But yeah, AI is going to put movies out of business, and that's a good thing because the current movies suck. And Hollywood, the phrase is adapt or die, and they're not adapting, and they're pushing out crap constantly. So now, if you're sitting home and don't like what the studios are going, you can make your own in 10 minutes.
That sounds dangerous to me because I know what some people think. Anyway, anything else, Don?
No, that's it, bro. I can talk about AI all day. Enjoy your evening.
All righty, we got anybody else out there? Because I'm not even going to ask anymore. I am now calling all dilly-dalliers, spuddlers, landlubbers, sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, lackards, repeater, kerchunkers, shape-shifting, lizard people, moon landing deniers, those who support the moon landing operation. Moon occupied by aliens. Also, the backside of the moon is occupied possibly by foreign nations, digging rare moon materials up there. Also, flat earthers, those that deny flat earth. Scanner listeners, SDR donglers, preppers, end-time survivalists, and the only legitimate one out there, the Bigfoot believers. Anybody else?
K1SPD.
You're number 26, Scott.
Night.
So it's a big night. How are you doing?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I keep getting reminders about you on what do you call it, LinkedIn, saying but I'm not doing any business, so I don't even know why I want to link with anybody.
Sure, it's me or my son. Which one?
Well, no. Now that you mention it, I'm not sure. I think it's you because it says. I think it mentioned you, the Scott that has his own business.
Oh, okay. Well, I never used that. Only reason I logged in it one day was to look at a buddy of mine's profile.
Right. Well, that's generally at this point what I use. I mean, I haven't been gainfully employed since 2009, so it's fruitless for me to be looking at on LinkedIn. Anything good for the net, Scott? I'm glad you're back.
No, I got nothing else, Paul. I know you certainly know you're not out looking for a job, are you?
If I had to, I would. I mean, if push come to shove, I'm not one of those guys that likes going on welfare.
No. Nope, not going to happen there. All righty, well, that's all I've got for the net. K1SPD.
Yeah, I could even do consulting for the leisure industry. That was Scott at Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta, and he's in Laverne. I'm afraid to ask, is there anybody else? That was number 26, by the way.
KG4 MIZ.
Oh, Kevin, who the man? What's up?
Ain't nothing to it, Paul. Just hanging out. I heard you was on there. I figured I'd turn the radio on and see what was happening and happened to catch you on scan, so we stopped and say howdy.
Oh, you caught us just by accident, like stroll. Oh, there he is. Everything going good for you, Kevin?
Yeah, doing pretty well over here. Can't complain. Everybody's alive, and we're all kicking. And we're not kicking high, but we're kicking.
Yeah, well, I wish I could say the same about Tom Parker.
What is he under the weather?
No, he passed away 2 days ago. His funeral service is on Monday.
Oh, wow, damn, I hate to hear that. How daggone.
Well, I know you've known him for a long time.
Yeah, I've known him for a pretty good little while here. Daggone, I didn't know he would pass. I guess I better pay attention. Man, Paul, it just, everybody's leaving us, man.
Well, I guess, well, I'm not saying it's better that somebody, but I'm just glad it's not me at the moment, you know.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Well, I'll get out of your hair. Let me get back over here on the side. Sit back over and twiddle my thumb.
Well, to quote the song, I don't fear the Reaper, but at the same time, at my age right now is the year the age that my dad got a stroke and died. So I'm not fearful of that, though, but I don't think I will have a stroke, but I never know.
Man, oh, shoot. Yeah, you never can tell what's going to happen, that's for sure. You're definitely not promised the next hour, that's for sure.
No, and I don't worry about it. I really don't. I've had people say they were shocked when I tell them, I go, I'm not worried about it. I've had a good life. I've got faith in God, and I'm not going to worry about what's in the next life at all. I'm assured that it'll be better than what I got now.
Well, there you go. That's the perfect attitude to have. And you keep that up, and you might get somewhere. Oh, Paul, I'll get out of your hair. You take care. Be safe. KG4 MIZ.
Yeah, very good. That was Kevin. I even spelled his name wrong. I got to make that correction because otherwise I'll get a demerit here. It's Keven. That's a nice, unique spelling of Kevin. And he's in Smith County. Actually Lebanon, but it's Smith County. It's KG4 MIZ, the only Smith County check-in we have. Anybody else, I'm afraid to ask. That makes number 27 tonight, so we're early. Big best night we've had in a long time. Or the most number. I don't know if it's the best night, but it's been fun. No one else? All right, too late. That's an old joke my youngest used to do. Look up, look down, see my thumb, gee, you're dumb. No, look at whatever it was. We're going over to 144-240. I'm having too good a time. 144-240. We'll see you there in a minute. All righty, let's go zipping right through this. 144-240. Who we got from the south?
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet.
Man, what a great signal you got there, Jim.
Well, thank you, sir. And I'll let you get on with it because I know there's a few out here just waiting to check in.
Oh, I'm sure. That was Jim in Woodbury. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Really solid signal. That's because he's got that beam. Who else is south?
K1SPD.
Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. That's Scott and Laverne. Another big signal. Who else is south? Anybody east?
KM4YRF.
Very good. That's Michael in Mount Juliet. He's only 2 miles from me, and he burns up my eardrums. KM4YRF. Who else is east? East. Kevin, are you out east? I don't hear Kevin. No more east and north.
KD4GON.
KD4GON is Danny in Station Camp. Who else we got north? KD4VUW. That's Carlin in Station Angeltown Bethpage. Who else is north?
WB0NOO. Hotel Tango.
WB0NOO. And that's Mark in Northwest Wilson. Who else? Who was the other station?
November 8, November Hotel Tango.
Yeah, you sound like Donald Duck again there, Hayes.
Yeah. Is that, let's see.
No, it's getting worse.
Is that any better?
Yes, it is a slightly better, yes. Don't worry about it. I understand. I can understand you perfectly.
Yeah, this is an old radio. N8NHT, back to that.
Old radio and an old guy don't mix well together. That's November 8, November Hotel Tango. He's in Hermitage. He's in Hendersonville. Who else is north?
KD4CV.
KD4CV, nice strong signal with good range of frequencies there, Greg.
Thank you.
Who else is north?
KQ4OMI.
KQ4OMI. That's Daniel, and also in Hendersonville. Good signal as well. Who else is north? Where's Eric this tonight? Who else? Anybody else north? How about north or west?
November 4 Delta Juliet Tango.
Very good. We got Don, November 4 Delta Juliet Tango in Bon Aqua. Big signal too. Who else is west?
November 0 Whiskey India Kilo.
All right, I got two in there. Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, and was that, did I hear John in there?
That's correct. N0 WIK.
Ah, very good. Thought I was correct there. N0 Whiskey India Kilo in Hermitage. Who else is any place, including west?
KC4 TNQ.
Very good. We got Charles in there with a big signal. West Nashville, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Anybody else? Anybody else west or anywhere? Man, it was a really big night tonight. We also had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. That's a little higher than normal. Anyway, anybody else? Please come now. All right, we're going over to 6 meters, 50.135, and we'll see you there momentarily. My dogs keep thinking I'm getting off the net, and I'm not. So they're just barking. So, Mike, I may have you pick up the 220 net when we're done here, because I got to get the dogs outside. They're gonna start eating the linoleum here. Who's on besides me on 6 meters? Please come now.
KM4YRF.
Very good. KM4YRF. That's Michael here in Mount Juliet. Who else? KD4GON. Not a good signal, but I can hear you real clear there, Danny. KD4GON in Station Camp. Who else is there?
N0 WIK.
Good signal, good solid signal from John in Hermitage, N0 Whiskey India Kilo. Who else?
KQ4OMI.
KQ4OMI, good solid signal there too. Who else is? That's Daniel in Hendersonville. Who else? One more time. KD4CVE. Boy, that's one of the lowest I've heard in a while. I don't know whether that's conditions for you or if things change. All right, I got it. That's KD4CVE with a very marginal signal. Who else is north or anywhere? All right, I heard Charles in there. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Who else was there in there? There was a triple in there. Who was the 4 station? Oh, there's too many if I can't say that. Whoever that was, say that again. Oh, is that you, Jim? Everybody copying that station? Mike, are you copying that?
Nope.
I'm guessing that's Jim. Kilo Echo 4. Man, I even got it wrong. Tango Yankee Juliet. All right, let's go try. Anybody else? November 4 what? Oh, yeah, very, very rough on that one. November 4 Delta Juliet Tango. That's Don in Bon Aqua. I had to hear it a couple of times. But I can still hear you, though. Very rough. In fact, if we need to talk, go back to sideband on 2 meters. Who else is any place?
KO4 Oscar Tango Victor.
Oh, yeah, big signal there. KO4 Oscar Tango Victor. Sounds like you're talking through a really, really cheap microphone.
And you know, it's so odd
because sometimes it sounds clear and sometimes it sounds like I'm talking through a tube.
No, it sounds okay. It's nice and clear. It's really about communication. We're not trying to be broadcasters here. That was Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Tango Victor. Who else? Is anybody copying something I can't? All righty, we had 10 people in there tonight, which is a good number. Anybody else before we move on? All righty, we're going to go over to 220. Mike, would you mind picking it up for me while I take the dogs are really going nuts on me here. So if you do that.
No problem, Paul.
All right, over to 220.
All right, here we go. We're all ready for check-in for 223415. This is KF4YRF. Calling out.
KF4 doing?
And Danny with a big booming signal.
Yeah, we skipping 10?
We do 10 on Saturday.
It is Saturday.
I mean Wednesday. We do 10 on Wednesday and 6 on Saturday.
Oh, okay. All right.
Who's next?
KD4CB.
All right, I had 2 in there, but I heard Greg first, KD4CBE. And who was the other station?
Hey, with me, KD4VW.
Man, Carlin, you've made every net tonight.
I did make it over between, what was it, sideband and this one.
I thought you checked in on sideband.
I did, but y'all left sideband and went to, I think, 10, and then you can't hear.
Oh, 50. We went to 6 meters.
Yeah, I did check into 50. Nope.
Okay. Well, good deal. That was Carlin, KD4VUW, and there was someone else in there with Carlin. All right, who else we got?
KQ4, Mike.
All right, Mr. Dan, got you in there with a great signal, and I just couldn't figure out why I couldn't hear you on C4FM.
I have no idea with KG4 or ILD. I can't really hear Michael tweaking it, and I don't know why. I'll have to look at stuff.
Well, we got you in there anyway. That's all that matters. All right, that was Dan, KQ4OMI. Who's next?
Relay Jack in. Jack's checking in.
Thank you, Greg.
Got you.
Jack, I got you in there, buddy. Thank you, Michael. All right, who's next?
KC4, TNQ.
I got Charles in there, KC4TNQ. And who's next? That makes number 7, looking for number 8.
K1SPD.
All right, got you in there with a great signal, Scott. All right, who's next? Anybody else for 223415?
K4PW.
All right, got you in there.
I feel like I run a kennel here, you know that?
Oh yeah, well you make number 9.
Yeah, big numbers. Man, I can't remember the last time we had 27 people on 2 meters.
Now, I tell you, man, I don't know how we managed back when we were having those high numbers, had a lot of Murfreesboro people checking in, and especially that night we had like 50 check-ins.
Yeah, it often went an hour and 45 minutes. Too long. We kicked the Murphys. I kicked them out. We can't have them in here.
All right, somebody's breaking squelch, but I don't hear any audio.
I did, but I didn't think you could hear it.
Smell it.
All right, I'm just hoping that was another check-in. We got 9 so far, looking for number 10.
I can do third-party traffic for the dogs and the cats.
Oh man, that jumped the numbers up.
And I'd make it 8 more. I'm gonna go broke, man. I had to drop $500 on that Maltese. Got something wrong with his hip.
I told you I put my 17-year-old cat to sleep last week.
Yeah, I know you told me. That's not fun. It's necessary, but not fun.
Yeah, it was awful.
Can anybody hear the other station that's in there?
I don't know if Echo is able to get in or not. I know he's got 220, doesn't he?
If you can hear him and nobody else, it's probably Echo, is it?
Yeah, but I can't hear him. I don't know who it is.
But whoever it is has got like 2 bars, but I don't hear any audio. Echo, if that's you, key your mic.
Sounds like a silent key ceremony.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Echo. Echo, if that's you, I've got you in the log.
He should have a good signal to you, even on the handheld.
Yeah, I was kind of confused about that.
I got a kick out of that guy in Murfreesboro, though, that Gary, who's, on a TID radio, 5 watts, coming in here real fun.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, he was topping tall cop.
His radios are good. They got a clean signal, too.
Yeah, I was, when he told me he was in Murfreesboro, I was kind of shocked, because I can't remember. I have talked to people in Murfreesboro on handhelds before, but I didn't remember. That's been a while, a long time ago.
Yeah.
Which radio was he on?
PMRS and a TID radio that's really a dual bander that's real small, the H3, and it's nice.
I think he had the most modern one, whichever one that was. I didn't remember the model number he had.
Which radio was it?
TID, T-I-D.
T-I-D is in dog?
Yep, TID. Yep, TID.
Well, K-I-D, gotcha.
No, T. Tango India Delta.
Right, Roger, that T-I-D.
I don't know what it stands for.
Took it down.
Don't get me started on that.
All right. Well, I'm done. I reckon we wound up with 10 check-ins if that was Echo, and I think it was.
Well, you just want it to be. Very good. See what you had? 9? Is that what the number was?
10.
Oh, 10. Okay, we'll take it. 10, and it's 10 with an asterisk, see, because we're not sure.
Yeah, Roger. It's been a really banner night for Net.
I've got an update.
Yeah, go ahead.
They have not found Nancy Guthrie.
Oh, you're kidding.
I'm starting to feel like, do you remember, were you guys, I don't know about you, Greg, because I know you're younger than me, when they had the Saturday Night Live was doing a long-running story on Generalissimo Francisco Franco.
Still dead.
Still dead.
Yeah, I remember that now.
It was hilarious at the time, because they come on there, it's like it was news, and because they talked about him dying for like I don't know how long from Spain, and then he died, and well, he's still dead. And then next week, still dead.
That was in the early years when SNL was good.
Yeah, it was very good, very good. They have their moments now, but I don't watch it anymore.
Hey guys, I got to go on being page downstairs. KM4YRF.
All right, we'll catch you later, Mike. Thanks for doing the net for me, and the dogs appreciate it. They're all out there bleeding their lizards out there. All right, we'll catch you guys later. I'm going to turn off the thing here, and we'll go from there. We got the whole 220 net on the YouTube feed, so everybody will get a big kick out of that. Our secret's out. K4P. Good night, everybody. I'm going to shut down the thing here.
K4TV, I'm out.